What's good, everyone? It's Romeroxvii, and today I'm going to be breaking down my fight against Suave Jamie, aka Triple C. Won the esports belt, Xbox ESFL belt, and while I was gone, won the PS4 belt against GOAT1099. So, fortunately, the randomizer decided that we had to face off early, a finals-worthy fight, in my opinion. But without further ado, here we go. He had choice of weight class, so had the pleasure of going against his Connor. Tried to start out real quick with Poirier's Teeps. He's known for starting off with that, so I tried to play as akin to Poirier as much as I could. And one thing about Jamie is that his timing is pretty stellar, pretty solid timing. There, I win that exchange with the double jab cross. He makes a mental note of that, and he starts to slip, showing me that he's aware, he's seeing it. Land that jab, land another jab, cross the uppercut, blocks, I believe, the uppercut there. Block his body jab. He's starting to get a little body tickling, so I make sure that on the exit of his body strike against me, I land my own body shot, so it does a little bit more damage. Baiting out, I want him to keep baiting out that slip straight, land that cross. He tries to fire back a little bit too soon, lands a lunging jab, causes a little hit stun reaction there, and so far so good for me, landing some good exchanges. Unfortunately, the jab halts my takedown attempt, so that kind of sucked there, and he lands a good uppercut on his own exchange. So very competitive first round, as it seems. Lead uppercut cross from Jamie. Ducks, waiting for my return fire, and there he slip straights, then delays his lead hook coming after it, and then goes for the jab cross. That long, rangy Celtic cross from Connor is a problem. It's a jab from him, but my cross interrupts him, as the cross usually beats the jab when it comes to exchanges. There he slip straights again. He doesn't elect to follow up with the lead hook this time, which I found pretty interesting. Hanging back, letting my head out for cover. There, I feinted the jab and landed another cross, causing a hit stun reaction. He goes for a three-piece combination. As you can see there, I pulled it. Feint the jab again, and now I'm baiting out the slip straight. Ran at him, landed a nice little power jab. I clinched him right after, went for this armbar, didn't get it. Not a lot happened here on the ground. You know, nothing damaging, nothing crazy. Got to half guard and went for this Kimura attempt. Now, when it comes to Kimuras, or rather submissions in the scoring system, being that it was short time, I was hoping that I would be able to get to the third stage at least. You know, like if I could chain it and get to the third or fourth stage, it would score a lot in the eyes of the judges. And there, I managed to hit the chain, but I didn't think I got to the third stage in time. But so far, that was a relatively close round. Connor's footwork and his power is what makes him such a threat. You know, it does a lot of work for him, and it just takes one bad exchange, and you could be on your ass. So, good trades from Jamie and myself there. Good reads made as well. So, heading into the second round, I felt pretty confident. I'm sure that he felt confident as well. Stamina looking good for either of us. Now, double jab, cross from Jamie to start off the round. Jab, Lee hook cross from Jamie in the pocket. So he's winning these early exchanges in round two. Lee hook, I sidestepped it, but the uppercut lands, knocks my head back, can't move my head, and then that level 5 cross comes through and snaps my head back. So it's a heavy win on the exchange for Jamie. Now he's going for the slip straight. I'm trying to be really careful here. I don't want to exchange if my short-term head health is low. I try to duck the cross, but the tracking on that, it just catches me as I duck, so that kind of sucked. So I'm alright, put it behind you, just focus. Again with the jab cross. Wasn't too sure if I could have pulled that, so I just selected the block instead. He goes for the front kick, clinch him, just go for a nice little cheeky elbow. He's throwing a lot of strikes, a lot of volume, good uppercut for Jamie as well. So he's starting off really good in this round two. And there, I made a big mistake. Fired back a little bit too soon. He hit me with that cross, and there's a hard drop for Jamie. Frame against the first hook, right? The first two hooks. Managed to slip and then survive. And he elects to go up. I was hoping that he would stay on top so I could get him in my guard, but unfortunately he didn't elect to do so. Goes for the jabber hook, and that delayed timing from Suave Jamie is what makes him really good. You know, the fundamentals are key things here. It doesn't matter how many combinations you know. It doesn't matter what hidden move or whatever the hell somebody taught you. If you don't have good timing, it's going to be hard to be competitive anywhere. And his timing, I'm seeing it there. You see that? It's a jab. Dude, the rhythm of Jamie is really solid here. And I'm just trying to, you know, I just got dropped. I got to look for an opening. I can't force an opening. I got to see how he's going to react. There's about 2 minutes left in the round. Don't allow strikes, a lot of feints. Back lunging, trying to bait him to come forward with something. And he's content to hang on the back foot because he knows he won that round. A good jab, lead hook, cross from Jamie. Force a little stun action from the jab, from the block there. Work him to the cage. Try to shoot one more time. A little bit too out of range. He feints that lead uppercut. This time I come into the pocket. Land a rear hook. His block is low. Land a lead uppercut. Stuns him there. Jab. Rear hook from Dustin. Now his head health is lower. His short-term head health is lower than my own. Land a lead hook of my own. And from right there, he tries to fire back a lead hook and he gets dropped. So try to go for the standing guillotine. I wanted to pull guard, being that if you pull guard, the submission's a lot stronger. Fortunately, they didn't let me do that. And then the prompt didn't pop up. But with that, with regards to damage, I managed to at least even up the knockdown. It wasn't as severe as his. And this is clearly still going to be his round. But just a lot of moving about, staying really smart in the defense. There's no reason for me to engage in any non-safe exchanges. I have to make sure I live to fight another day in the third round. It's a little final bit of exchange there. Good double jab, body cross from Jamie. A little something there to keep me thinking. I sidestep that jab. Just trying to work his stamina a little bit. Try to catch him with the cross. There's a rear uppercut, lead hook, cross. Try to hit him with the cross counter, but unfortunately he was just able to slide out of the way. So first round, extremely close, could have gone either way. And the second round was definitely all Jamie. So heading into this third round, I knew I was at a long-term head health disadvantage, and I needed to make something happen. Respect from champ to champ. Touch gloves. Nice jab, and there's that delayed timing. A lot of high-level players that do this, baiting out your offensive reactions to catch you while you're making a mistake. See that? Throw the jab, rear hook, and I slipped this jab. Shot my single leg, build it. Try to go for the backpack. Smart on him denying that, but I hit the backdrag turn and take him down into side control. Wanted to transition into side saddle, but he built up enough grapple advantage, unfortunately. I think I was trying to pre-deny the sprawl transition, since I thought he'd go to sprawl. And here on top, just getting a little bit of work in. He denies that transition. Now his grapple advantage is pretty high. And he goes up. I thought he was going to go to the side. I denied the wrong way, and he is up. So not much control, not much damage done by me getting the takedown. But it's something to keep him thinking. Try to feint out a leg kick there. Just a jab or a hook. He pulls my lead hook, so now I got to be aware that, all right, now he's starting to pull. And Connor's pull counters, they're extremely dangerous. I don't want to get frame trapped. I don't want to get caught by anything. Throwing out the jab to keep him honest. And I see that he's trying to work my body. Feint, the cross. He tries to go for a jab. Body teep turns into a knee. Now I go for a cross, lead hook, cross. Lead uppercut, doesn't expect that. Now I go for lead hook, lead hook, lead hook, rear hook, lead hook, cross. Now I drop him. I like to go and strike because I wanted to try and get a second knockdown, but I didn't want to force it if it's not there. I felt confident now that I've dropped him, but to play really smart, I felt like I had to get a takedown and try to get some magic going on the ground here. And I didn't want to lunge into a front kick or get shot. Managed to pull that double jab, cross that he's been landed on me twice in this fight, intercept him with the cross, lead hook. The uppercut doesn't land, and there I shoot and immediately input the inside trip, and I sit him down into full guard. So 2 takedowns for me in this round. It's tough. You know, it's tough. Extremely solid work. There I tried to posture up. Didn't necessarily work for me, but I faked that full guard transition. Hit him a few times to build some grapple advantage. Transition to full guard, and here hit the R1 for a power rubber guard. And here now the game is going to register this as me having him control. I'm landing some good shots with the elbows with Dustin and rubber guard. He manages to slip out. Hit him a few more times. Delay a little second. I'll hit him with another power rubber guard. Put him back in my control. Try to go for side control because I wanted to get the Kimura on top. But he does a good, tremendous job of denying it. Denying his posture up because I know he was trying to look to get up. But one more time in power rubber guard. Deny that transition. And now I go for, I believe, the gogoplata or omoplata. I don't know what it said there. I was hoping that this would be a joint sub. I was surprised that this was a choke sub. So, not much time left on the clock, but this was an extremely high-level fight. Extremely high-level fight. Would have loved for this to be 5 rounds. And now we're off to the judges' scorecards. It really came down to how they scored that round 1. It showed my highlight there. Round 2, he got the more severe drop. So there's me surviving. Round 3, stunned him. Showing my highlight there as well. And I'm seeing the animation for Connor. Connor doesn't look too happy. Dustin doesn't look too happy. I'm like, oh man, don't tell me this is a split or 29-28 for either guy. And looking at both guys, both of them don't look too happy. Dustin had his hand on his hip, and I'm like, damn. The decision goes to Jamie in a hard-fought, extremely technical, well-versed fight. If you haven't subscribed to Suave Jamie, I'm going to drop a link to his channel in the description for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that fight, because I definitely did. It was a pleasure to do. Like, share, comment what you like the most about this fight, an epic fight of grand proportions. Romeroxvii, I'm out of here.